YouTube, it's Gene. I know it's been a while. I wanted to do a short update today on where I'm at on the build on the Sprinter Campervan. For those that haven't seen the other video on it, my kind of walk around video on it, it's a 2021 Sprinter 144 high roof four-wheel drive with a V6 diesel engine in it. It's the cargo version, of course. So this is going to be a two-part video, and or maybe I'll break it up into two separate videos. I haven't decided yet. But for today, we're here in my garage. I'm going to go over the floor and where I'm at on it and how I decided to do it. And then the second part of the video is going to be out in the Sprinter, the subfloor. I'll show you how I built up the subfloor with furring strips, sound deadening, and the Thinsulate insulation. And it's pretty detailed. And this part today is pretty detailed. I'll try to keep it short and sweet. We'll just have to see how it goes. But and I've done some other things on the vehicle, which I'll discuss in another video. But today, I'll give you a look at the floor. All right, let me get the phone off the tripod. We'll look at the factory floor, which I used as a template, and then we'll look at the 1/2-inch Baltic birch plywood floor that I've got cut here on sawhorses. All right, here we go. All right, so by the way, let me first do this. This is my garage. Couple of storage shelves over there, little folding table, work table, storage, and then no, the lighting's not perfect. A couple of storage shelves with more tools. All right, let's start with this factory floor here. This is what came with the Sprinter. It's two pieces. Get my glasses on here. And I want to say, remember how thick it is. Let me see. Put a tape on it. 1, 2. See if that'll focus. Looks like it's 2/8, just over 2/8 inch thick. It's high quality. And it has, of course, this front section, and then there is, like I say, there's a second piece behind it. So, and those holes in the floor were for the factory tie downs, and the marks that I've made are to help me mark when I laid this down on the new plywood that I'm using for going to make the floor with. These marks help me center the marks for if I want to put bolts, and I do in certain places through the new floor, down into the factory tie down locations of the floor. So I think it has a total of 12 of these, about 6 on this section and about 6 on the back section there. And so a couple of things. Number one, I was originally going to use this factory floor, and I removed it and I built up the base subfloor 3/4 of an inch because I wanted to insulate it. And I was going to put this back on it, and I did. And it was not quite the way I wanted it. It felt a little thin, and it wasn't quite, it was about a 1/4 inch too short on both sides. And also this divider, there's kind of an H track here that connects the two. I didn't really want to put vinyl flooring over that and have any issues. So, and without going into detail after detail, I'll just say I finally decided I'm gonna keep that factory floor. I'm gonna use it as a template, and I'm gonna go with half inch Baltic birch plywood. So that's what we're looking at here. This was originally 3 4x8 foot sheets of Baltic birch plywood, and I lined up 1, 2, here's the third, the rear, the back section, 3. I lined up these 3 sheets on the garage floor, and I put that factory floor over them, and I traced out around it with a pencil, with a pen, and I added you know, the amount that I wanted to add around the perimeter. And that's what, you know, these marks are. I added a 1/4 of an inch there. Around the sliding door, all my notes here, what I wanted to add an 1/8 of an inch here, etc. So once I had the 3 pieces marked with, I used a black ink pen actually, and I had added the space I wanted, I took the template off. I also marked the bolt holes, the tie down locations, and I took the 3 pieces, put them down on the floor, and I cut out the entire thing with a jigsaw. And basically that's what you're looking at now. There's only one detail here I should share. We're looking at the bottom side of the floor. I've turned it over, and I faced the bottom side up because I wanted to seal it. And I used water-based polyurethane sealer. It's got 2 coats on it right now, and I'm going to, in the morning, I'm going to sand it, and then I'm going to put a 3rd coat on it and sand it. Also, I've done the edges here, right here. This underside's actually the top of the floor, and it's unfinished. That's what's going to get the whatever vinyl flooring I decide to go with, and it'll probably be lawn seal, a coin mat, or a product similar to that. So, kind of show you, well, we'll start here up the front. This would be the front, the vehicle, and come back here. It's a 4-foot section. And then here's the middle 4-foot section where the wheel well starts. And then here's the final back section of the floor. Let me think what else I can tell you about this. You can kind of see, I don't know if you can see the shine on the wood. I'll show you a few of the products I used. All right, let's see, there's something else over here I used. So this is the water-based polyurethane I use, satin finish Behr, got it at Home Depot. And I used a brush to go around the edges here. I used this brush. And then for the top, I used this pad. And I just dipped it in a paint tray and went over it, just row by row. That is called a Water Whiz applicator. It's designed specifically for water-based finishes. I think they call it like a fake lamb's wool is kind of a nickname for it. This is the jigsaw that I use to cut out the floor from the template, just a cordless Dewalt jigsaw. And that's the sander I used to rough sand it, the edges, and then I'm gonna go over it pretty good tomorrow. So that's kind of where we're at on the floor. Gotta sand it tomorrow. It's rough with 2 coats on it. And then I'm gonna put a 3rd coat on it and sand that lightly. And then this floor will get joined and glued with a biscuit joiner. And I'll use some wood glue that's really worked well for me and other projects, and a biscuit joiner. And I'll probably do this in the vehicle and just piece it together. And so yeah, once that's in the van and it's all locked in together, I've still got to order the flooring, the final top coat of flooring and the adhesive, and then you know, schedule that in to do the final floor covering. So just wanted to share that with you guys. It's the factory floor right there. Ended up, I was gonna go with that, but changed and decided to go with this plywood floor. All right, in the morning we'll go out and I'll go over the subfloor with you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the video below and I'll do my best to reply. All right, see you in the morning. Thanks for watching.